What is going on, guys? Money Webby here. Hope you guys enjoyed the opening night of NBA last night. It was a heart-wrenching night with Gordon Hayward going down with that injury. It sucked to see that. As a fan of the NBA, you don't really want to see that, those big injuries. Like, normally you don't see with basketball. And it definitely sucks to see on, like, primetime TV where, I don't know, anyone doesn't want to see that kind of injury. That was very gross. And I feel bad for Gordon Hayward. I wish him a speedy recovery from that injury. I hope he can come back this year, if possible. As a fan of the Celtics, I was looking forward to Gordon Hayward this year. Thought he was going to have a very big year for us. And, yeah, then we had the Warriors-Rockets game on the night game. High scoring like we thought. Very surprising that the Rockets actually pulled that one out. The Warriors had like a friggin' hour-long ring celebration. If I was a Rockets player, I would have been absolutely pissed during that. Like, they literally couldn't have extended it out any further. They had like literally every single person on the coaching staff in the friggin' front office like getting rings, like running them out in front of the crowd. Like, you don't need to do that on TV. Like, they're already wasting everyone's time. The game didn't start until like 30 minutes after the tip-off was scheduled for, so that was very strange. And then to make it even more strange, one of my favorite plays from yesterday, Nene, thought he was going to have a great value day off the bench for the Rockets. He ended up not even playing, literally no word of it before the game, so I apologize for that, guys. I wish I could have had some kind of information on him before the game. I recommended him last night, not one single word on him before the game. I checked my whole entire Twitter feed. I searched his name. Nothing is found on Nene before the game until during the game they announced that he was resting. They wanted him, I guess, the matchup against Zach Randolph the next day. So I guess it was a good coaching play on their part to not let it be known. But it definitely didn't help my DraftKings stake there. So I apologize for that, guys. We shouldn't have much of that going forward. Should be a little bit more updated as the season goes on with some more sources. Opening night, maybe, I don't know, like, I don't really recall last year that happening on opening night, but I'm guessing on opening night you don't have as much information going out before the game starts. So hopefully that doesn't happen tonight. I feel like it won't. It was just a weird, strange event. So I got my top 5 plays again for you guys, and my dollar cheap play of the day, my favorite cheap play. And if you guys could leave a like real quick for me, it really helps me out. I'm excited about this 11-game slate. Show some excitement for the slate just by leaving a like to let me know that you guys are ready to go and pumped. And if you guys are enjoying these videos, I did these videos a lot last year, so maybe you guys saw me there. And if you are new, definitely subscribe to get these plays every single day. Feel great about them tonight. And we're going to start it off at point guard with my boy Eric Bledsoe at 7,600 going against the Trailblazers, the highest scoring game of the night, most likely an over-under of 220. We got Eric Bledsoe salaried at 7,600. I think he can have a big night here. He's going to be loading it up on the points against Damian Lillard. He's one of the worst defenders in the league. And also, they don't have C.J. McCollum in this matchup, so I think Devin Booker can have a big game there. Eric Bledsoe will be getting a lot of assists throwing to him, so I think Bledsoe can definitely fill it up with points, assists, maybe even some rebounds as well. Get around like 40 DraftKings points or so I love him in this game. I want to go ahead and lock him in. And for my next play, we're going to stick with the same game just because there's so many DraftKings points to be had in this game between the Trailblazers and the Suns. Nurkic here at center for them. They need that second option to step up with C.J. McCollum out. So I think Nurkic is going to be that guy. We saw last year when he was on the Trailblazers, he was having huge games, like triple-doubles. He gets blocks, rebounds, points. He does it all, so I love him in the spot. They got Tyson Chandler supposedly starting for the Suns in this game. That guy is very old. He's not going to be able to hold up Nurkic, and Tyson Chandler actually came out before the year saying that he's going to be like more of a team leader more than an actual player for them. So he's not really there for much. I don't think he's going to be that like into the game or dialed in during the game. So I think Nurkic is going to have a huge game here. He has like 50-plus upside considering what he did last year. So I think a big game is coming for Nurkic in this spot. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in. And then going back to point guard, one of the guys in the league that always seems to stuff up the stat sheet is going to be Ricky Rubio at 7,000. A great matchup here going against the Nuggets and Jamal Murray. He's another very bad defender in our league. And Ricky Rubio, he was putting on a show during the preseason. Like, if you just look at these news right here, he got 22 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds and 2 steals in 33 minutes for this Jazz team. It's his first year here. They don't have many options on offense, so I think Rubio could possibly be shooting more this year, and he should be getting those assists like he always does, maybe throwing it to Rudy Gobert, and then all those three-point shooters they have on the outside. So I think Ricky Rubio is going to have a big game to start it off in this good matchup against the Nuggets here. They have some nice pieces down low, so I think Rubio might need to do a little bit more in this spot, so I love him at 7,000. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in. And then we're going to move on to another guy that's in a new home this year. It's going to be Victor Oladipo at 6,800. Another guy with a great matchup going against the Nuggets. I mean, not the Nuggets, the Nets. They don't play much defense on this Nets team. As we know, that's the reason why they're always friggin' horrendous. And they're looking at their lineup so far this year, like starting it off, they got D'Angelo Russell, who sucks on defense. They got like Timothy Mozgov starting at center. So I think Oladipo is going to have a huge game here as the number one option for this Pacers team. We all know that Oladipo had a lot of like promise coming out of college. He was kind of tucked away on the Thunder last year behind Russell Westbrook. So I think he might have a coming out party this year for this Pacers team with not many options on offense. Probably be shooting around like 20 shots or so in this game, and at 6,800, I think he can do a lot to return us 5 times value. I see around like 35 plus DraftKings points in this game personally against the Nets, and this is one of the higher scoring games I see on the slate, so I love Oladipo on the spot. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in. So we got our first 4 plays, and then to cap it off, I'm going to go with Ersan Ilyasova. With Paul Millsap gone to the Nuggets now, Ilyasova is going to have to try to fill that void. He's obviously not going to be able to fill it fully, as Millsap is a great player, but I think Ilyasova can at least do like 70% of what Millsap was doing. He should be getting some more rebounds and also shooting more for this team, and he's actually a great three-point shooter, and the Mavericks sucked against guarding the threes last year. They allowed 38% to three-point shooters, so I think Ilyasova can get some threes in this matchup and just be shooting more and more active on the glass for this Hawks team. They don't really have many options on offense besides Dennis Schroeder, so I think Ilyasova will be a nice second option for this team. They have him priced kind of as like a bench player almost at 4,800. I think he'll be getting at least 25 minutes in this game and should have game to return at least 5 times value, maybe even like 6 to 7 times value. So I love him at his price. So definitely lock him into your lineup. So that's the top 5 guys. You got Eric Bledsoe, Oladipo, Ilyasova, Nurkic, and Ricky Rubio. And for my Dollar Tree play of the day, I'm going to go with another young guy, DeJounte, I think that's how you say it, DeJounte Murray on the Spurs at 4,100. He's finally going to get a chance here to prove what he's got with Tony Parker out of the game, and Kawhi Leonard going to be out of the game as well. He's one of the better offensive pieces they have going into this game against the Timberwolves. And also they got Jeff Teague on the Timberwolves, another bad defender. So I think DeJounte Murray can show what he's got. He's actually a pretty friggin' good player off the bench. It's just that he's on the Spurs, so he's not able to do that much. But I think he can show off in this spot here. He should be getting more run. I'm going to guess around like 30 minutes possibly in this game. They do have Patty Mills off the bench, but they should be keeping in Murray a little bit longer just with Tony Parker out and Kawhi out. They're going to need that offense in this game because they could have Murray and Patty Mills in at the same time. So I love him at 4,100. He should easily return at least 5 times value I'm hoping for. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in. So that's all I really got, guys. You got 6,100 remaining per player. I love these players. You definitely have some guys at the top that I love. I think Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to have a big game as well at 10,300. I know I just friggin' said his name wrong. Didn't really at the time to like think in my head how to say it. I just said it as quick as I can. Giannis though at 10,300. I think he can have a big game. Damian Lillard could have a big game, but at 10,400 he's kind of priced up to have that big game, so his risk is already kind of baked into his price. So I'm not really sure about that as like a recommendation. But these plays, I feel very confident that I think they all can easily return 5 times value. So I love them in that right. So go ahead and leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Let's try to get at least like 40 likes. I am uploading this a little bit later. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to get these plays every single day. I wish you guys the best of luck on this first main slate of the NBA. And we'll be back here tomorrow. Good luck tonight, guys.